When you talk about football, the last 18 months of hiring Scott at the end of 24 and seeing his first season play out, getting 5 wins and now heading into year 2, where do you feel like the football program is right now?
Since 1996, when we went FBS, outside the 4 elite quarterbacks that we had with Culpepper, Bortles, and Mackenzie Milton and Dylan Gabriel, we were 70% winning percentage. Without those guys, our winning percentage has been 50%. And so we have to evaluate and bring the right talent, and I think Scott is doing that. I think the team he's putting together, I think the coaches staff that he has, I think the leadership on the team, you get to spend a couple of days with the players when you go to media day. I think there's just a little different culture than it was. I mean, you can see it growing a little bit, but even from last year to this year, it's just a little different. I mean, you think about it, he brought in 70 new players and a whole new staff all within 2 or 3 weeks. When you have that stability and you have that continuity, then you see different results that second year.
I know every fan's question is going to be surrounding funding and NIL.
Yeah.
Where do you feel like you guys have made the biggest step, and where is the next biggest step have to come in regards
we are absolutely competitively resourced. Are we the most resourced program in America? No. Are we the least resourced program in America? We are not. We are competitively resourced. We have to evaluate. We have to develop young people. We have to bring young people in that want to be coached and those that we want to coach. So we have to bring in those type of young men. I think he brought a lot of really good character guys. From what I saw from where we were a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, to now, it's just a little different locker room.
When it comes to NIL and negotiations, because that's what it is now with agents and players, how involved are you with that, or is that something you're hands off with and the coaches handle?
Coaches don't handle any negotiations. We're separate. I don't put my coaches in a situation where they have to talk money with the players. Their job is to evaluate the players and to develop their players, okay, and make sure we have the right character kids here. We have a whole other department under our GM, Trent Marshberger is our GM, is doing a great job, that handles the money. And then I have the business side of this department that handles it's our competitive success group that handles the compliance, the contracts. So I have one vertical that deals with the evaluation and handles the caps, meaning how much they spent and how and then I have another group that monitors the cap and making sure the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed with the legal contract. So it's working really well. And I don't have our coaches dealing with that. So I'm involved from a standpoint, I signed every contract. I never want one of our players to go to Scott Frost's office or one of our basketball players to go to Johnny Dawkins' office and say, hey, coach, I need another X amount of dollars. He goes, you got to go see that. I'm not the money guy. I'm your coach. And that way there's no hard feelings, or there's jealousy because you pay this player more than the other player. This is all done on analytics and what the market is and also what we need. It's not necessarily the market. Someone may come back to us and say, hey, this other school's paying this kid this amount of money, and okay, bye. We're not going to pay that because we don't believe that's right for our program.
The bounce house is going to look a little bit different with the Roth Tower project being completed. When you start a project like that, it takes so many years for it to finish, and that end date seems so far away. To see it every day get worked on, and now that end date be so close, what can fans come to expect when they walk in this reimagined bounce house?
Inside the stadium is going to make the stadium look different. So if you're not a patron that is going to use the tower, even just fans that are in the regular seats will see it, the lights will be better. This is a symbol of a community project. It's not just a UCF project. And I think that's pretty cool. And I think that shows that we are Orlando's hometown team.
Alignment is something you have touched on, and whether it's from Dr. Cartwright to you to all of your coaches, how important is that?
It's the most important thing. Under Dr. Cartwright's leadership, he's very supportive of our athletics program. Is not only supportive, but he's also a big fan. He's supportive of all of our sports. Alignment with our boards and presidents, university leadership is paramount.
College football has changed so much, and obviously the playoff is talk of expansion. Where do you stand on that?
I like 4. I like 12. I liked when we had the Final Four for football, and then I thought 12 was great. I think 16 is something we should probably look at. I do hesitate, and I've said this, I've been very vocal, even in our own room with our ADs. When you start looking from 17 to 24, yeah, you want more access. If you do that, what does that do to the regular season? One of many things great about college football is every week matters. Week 0 to week 9 matters. If you start bringing in 24 teams, will 7 and 5 teams make it? Will 8 and 3 teams make it? And you start. And I know a lot of people say, "Hey, look at all the teams that would have got in from 17 to 24 over the last 10 years." Well, that doesn't mean they were good teams. Just because they had good brands doesn't mean they're good teams. There's good brands that don't have good teams at times.
College athletics, and maybe this is based just on how much football has changed, but it has changed so much in the last 5 years, maybe more than it ever has. What does the next 5 years of college athletics from your seat look like?
The money in transfer portal has changed college football. Blocking and tackling has not changed. The type of player you recruit has not changed. The type of evaluation has not changed. But the money has changed. Now that has changed the type of rosters you can put together. You can make mistakes on your recruiting because you have other players that you've paid to be there. I see college athletics as this is the new world. So the ones that adapt and the ones that have rooted principles and values will be the ones that are going to be successful. The ones that just try to outspend everybody else will not, because that's not going to be a philosophy. You're just going to go buy players. So I don't know. I hope we'll get some congressional help that we can actually have some rules. I think people are tired of it. We need to, what I see is we have some rules so the membership stops suing itself, and then we can kind of have more of an NFL type model